Hello there, everybody. This is Silent Mist, and welcome back to the vlog. It's lunchtime, and I'm very hungry. Luckily, lunch is already made. Haha, I just made some ramen, and I am starving. I'm really hungry, but it's too hot to eat right now, so I have to wait a little while before I can dig in. But let's see, what's today's vlog gonna be about? Today's vlog? Well, first we're gonna address that yesterday's vlog was really freaking short. I just realized that, yeah, there really wasn't too much to it yesterday. It was just, I have this crap due at midnight, I did this crap, and see you guys tomorrow. But today, we're gonna talk about stupid things. And by stupid things, I mean people that don't know how to drive. There are very few things in this world that make me angry, and even fewer things that make me irrationally angry. Although I don't know if this is irrational, but the one thing that will most quickly make me judge someone is what kind of a driver they are. Basically, I really hate people that either drive irresponsibly or drive badly, because I don't think driving's too hard. But a lot of people think that they're really good at driving when they're not. Now, I've had this happen multiple times, and I've started changing my approach to how I do it. But that crosswalk over there, just because I have to cross it, like, numerous times every day, I get to cross it a lot, and I get to see how a lot of people do things, and I get to see how they do it wrong. To me, they're like, ooh, tripping over all the crap in my room. There are two things that you need to do while driving. Well, maybe a couple more than that. Don't drive like an idiot. Take your right-of-way when you have it. Those are like two things that matter. I guess the third one would be, don't be a freaking butt face while driving. But yeah, today and numerous times before, today was probably the closest, but numerous times when I'm crossing that crosswalk, people just don't know how to follow right of way. The best example is, so this is a T intersection, which makes it really, really nice for explaining right of way. So this path right here gets right of way over that path always. If there's a car going over here, this car is supposed to be the... Oh wait, no, this is a 4-point cross. I lied. Whatever car arrives first is the car that gets the right of way. Now, I will... And on top of that, pedestrians always get the right of way regardless. Although, don't take it if you know that stupid things... Or if the other person is being stupid, know how to react. Which kind of contradicts what I said, but just go with it. So, it annoys me so much when I'm walking down this path, and then someone will pull up while I'm still walking, or walking one way or the other. Because you're not supposed to do that. That's hella, like, not what you're supposed to do. And there have been numerous occasions when I'm crossing, and then they will start while I'm halfway there, and then they will, like, slam on their brakes before I'm finished crossing. So I'm like, what are you doing? And I've changed my I'm, like, halfway to the breaking point of changing my strategy because this is happening frequently, and people don't... Gah! But, usually I just stare at them. Like, very awkwardly, I'm just like, what are you doing? Because they're super driving recklessly. You should never do that. And I'm like this close to... Today I almost like swore someone out because they... Same down this path, just not at this intersection. There's a little inlet where there's a T intersection and the cars can go in. And I'm walking down the path and this lady decides she's going to turn in, but instead of using her blinker like she should, she comes in for the turn, or she pulls in, and then as she's turning, she turns on the blinker and starts to turn as I'm, like, in the crosswalk. And she's, like, 6 feet away from me, slams on the brake. She wasn't paying attention, because that can't happen unless you're not paying attention, which is one of the things that I absolutely despise when people don't do. You're driving, like, this large metal rocket, and you're not paying attention. Anything from texting to just, like, not having your eyes on the road. What are you doing? There should be nothing else that you're doing right now other than paying attention. And then, what gets even worse is when, like, people react poorly to them not paying attention. Like, or to just driving dumb. Like, the one thing, I've been trying to think of what the best insult is for someone that thinks they drive well, but they really don't. Like, someone that drives recklessly. And the best one that I can come up with is learn how to drive. because they think they're good at driving, but they're really not. And I say this because, seriously, learn how to drive and don't drive like an idiot. And yes, if you're watching this video and you drive recklessly, I think you're a terrible person, because reckless driving it's just so dangerous. I don't think people realize that when they're driving on the road, they're not the only one there. Their actions have consequences to others. Like, if you're driving recklessly and you slam into someone else, dude, I want to punch you in the face. Like, wow. And then like, nothing bad like that's happened to me, thank God. But every time someone just drives recklessly, I get extraordinarily mad, because it's probably the single most dangerous thing that a person in, like, modern society can do. And it's completely avoidable. And, this is a ranty vlog. There's just something about it. Like, God help me if I was ever rear-ended in a car by someone that was, like, texting and wasn't paying attention. It would take a lot to prevent me from not, like, being later arrested for assault, because wow, that's a terrible thing. Likewise, if something were to happen like that, oh my God, I would attempt to sue them for everything they got, because that might teach them to not drive like a freaking idiot. I guess that boils down to, I very much dislike it when people avoid doing the smart thing, when doing the smart thing takes the smallest amount of effort. Like, just pay attention. What do you need to do while you're in the car? You're going from point A to point B. You don't need to be doing other things. Just look ahead. Don't drive if you're not well. If you're tired, don't drive. Actually, there was an incident earlier on in this semester. I don't know what happened, but a guy, well, man, this is like the perfect height to not be able to see. A guy's coming out here and turns into this lane, but instead of going into the lane he's supposed to, he goes into the right lane. So there was a head-on collision over here. Luckily, they were, like, going super slow, and no one was really hurt. But he fell asleep. I can only imagine that he fell asleep at the wheel. And don't drive if you're not well. If you drive when you're drunk too, like, you deserve to be, I don't know, stoned to death or something. At least someone should hit you. It's never a good idea. Don't drive irresponsibly, guys. Like, that's the one big life lesson that I'd want to give anyone in the modern world. It's drive smart. If everyone drived in a smart manner, the world would be a better place. Like, and watching college students drive, wow. It's like they're 3 years old. Another story, this was actually 2 days ago. No, this was yesterday. While I was working on stuff with Ben, I just hear this honking. Like, honk, 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 and it's like way in the distance. And I'm like, oh, it's someone being a jerk, because occasionally people will drive by and just, like, honk towards the houses because they know someone that's living there, but little do they know that there are, like, another 40 people living in the general area, so that honk doesn't go to one person, it goes to everyone, so everyone gets to be a part of their noise. But, so I hear it way off in the distance, and I'm like, okay, someone is, just being stupid and honking at a friend or something. It keeps going on for, like, a few minutes, not a few minutes, like 30 seconds, and it gets closer, and I just hear honk, 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 and I'm like, this freaking guy, what is he doing? And so I see it. Finally, it comes into view. This person is, like, tailgating another person while honking and just pulling up as close as they can, and some argument happens, and then the other person curses them out, and the other person, the front person curses the person that's tailgating them out, and then so does the back person. I can only assume that some mistake happened, like the person in the front accidentally cut off the guy. Okay. Mistakes happen, and even though I just said, I hate it when people don't pay attention, sometimes legitimate mistakes do happen. As a response to that, driving like that and being a jerk, tailgating, first of all, why? Why would you ever want to do that? If only it was legal to slam on your brakes. Don't do that. It's totally illegal, so don't slam on your brakes. If only it wasn't illegal. I swear, I want to just... If I'm ever tailgated, I just drive slow, because it's the best thing to do. They can do whatever the hell they want. I'm gonna drive slow. But this person's just like tailgating them, honking non-stop, and it's not an appropriate reaction. If anything, you can have your single swear, just be like, "What the f are you doing?" and call it a day. But to just keep on tailing them and to like constantly honk at them and to drive recklessly, I don't like driving recklessly. I don't like people that drive recklessly. Luckily, everyone I know really well. Yeah, like, everyone that I am close to is a very responsible driver, which is good. And I like to say that I'm not the best driver in the world, but I'm just as safe as they get. Like, you won't find someone that drives in a more safe manner. Like, always take your right of way. Use signals. Oh my god, people that don't use signals. Oh. Drive smartly. Don't cut people off. Just be a general okay person. And that's why. That's why I hate it so much when people don't do that. Because literally the only criteria is pay attention, don't be a terrible person. This is a rant. But yeah, like I drive safe. And I think I get that from my mother, who drives super safe, like uncomfortably so almost sometimes. She is she's a really good driver, but she is a very cautious driver. But I guess there is no such thing as being too cautious while driving, because really the biggest enemy you have isn't yourself, it's everyone else. You can assume that you're a good driver, most likely, and you should assume that everyone else isn't. And if you do that, you'll always be alert, you'll always be on the lookout for people doing dumb things, and you'll be able to avoid them, or at least you'll have a much better chance of being able to avoid them. So, yeah. That's, my opinion on driving. Basically, just be a good driver. It doesn't take much to be a good driver. If you're a bad driver, I very much dislike you. So blunt and straight to the point, but that's basically all it boils down to. And let me tell you, if you are a driver, you should have that same mentality. Even if you're not a driver, you should have that mentality. Just drive safely. It's very, very easy to drive safely. And don't be a butt-face while driving. That easy. So, now that it is 11:35 and I am running out of time, I'm gonna eat my food because it's probably ready by now. So, see you guys in a little bit, because I have class in 25 minutes, 15 minutes actually, is when I have to leave, so I gotta, like, just eat this. Oh wait, I gotta take the commemorative first bite on camera. Yup. Wonderful. Love udon. Okay, time to down this. Time to down this entire meal in 15 minutes. No time to enjoy it, unfortunately. So I want to try doing something possibly stupid and most likely pointless. So, inside of this computer I have 3 mini PCI Express slots, at least I think that's what they're called, and only one of them is used, and it's this one right here, which has my main wireless card. So what I want to know is, can I install a second wireless card? This is the original one that came in this computer, but I replaced it with this one because this one supports OS X and it's slightly better. But I want to know if I can have both of these in here at the same time, and I'm just trying to figure out how everything is laid out. So I can't plug the other one of these into this port because I need to have these antennas plug into it. These are the 3 antennas for this one, and these 2 antennas, I don't actually know what these 2 ones do. But because there are no actual antennas way over here, I think I'm going to need to install the original one back in the slot where it was, and then this one in this extra slot right here. Unfortunately, if I put it in this slot, I can't actually screw it in because there's nowhere to screw it in. So what I'll probably have to do is just have it, like, just hanging there, kept in by the force of the thing, the lid above it, which I don't think is going to be a problem. But yeah, I'm just trying to like look around in here, and I see nothing when it comes to potential wires in that area. So I think it's safe to say that these two antennae are the ones that are going to need to be used with this one. But let's see if this even works. I have no clue what happens if I have multiple wireless cards. I mean, at the very worst, nothing will happen. At the very best, I'll be able to connect to two routers at the same time, which would be possibly kind of interesting. But yeah, I don't know what the point of that would be. But let's give it a try. So I'm going to screw in the original one, like this. So, oh, this is hard to do with one hand. Screw this guy in. So that's the first one. And this one gets all three of the antenna before. The other one only got two of the antenna. So do that. Do this and do this. Oh, this is really hard to do with one hand. Okay, all three of these guys are in. And now we're going to take this wire out. How long is this? Not really that long. And then grab this one, which is a little bit harder to get. Even with two hands, this would be kind of difficult to get. Let's see if I can... Nope. There we go. Got that one. And now this guy plugs in right here like that. And let's see, I think black goes on right and white goes on left. So now hopefully, oh, this is, I can't do this with one hand. Let's take this guy and plug it in. And take this one and plug it in. So I don't know if these antennae are in any way like not compatible with any random wireless card. Like, I'm pretty sure just it doesn't matter what thing it uses, they should all just do the same thing. But oh, this is so hard to plug in. Why can't I get this in? Oh my god, this is a struggle. Maybe it's shaped differently so people don't do this. What? Okay, let me pause and try to get this thing to snap in. Be right back. The wireless card is installed. I don't know why this one was so difficult to plug in, but alas, it was. But now that it is, I need to reassemble this, which I don't think I can do with one hand, or at least I need to get it into a state where I can use it. So let me put this back together and turn it on and see what happens. Is it going to work? Let's figure out. So far, no smoke has come from my computer, and it's turning on. That's good. Let's get it to boot into Windows. Unfortunately, I have to mash the F12 key in order to do that, so I can choose the hard drive from normal boot mode. And now it has to start up. Ooh, I'm actually excited to see if this is going to work. And if it does, if I can do anything in particular with it. Now, come on, give me my login screen. And... Oh, geez, I can't type my password. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, there's an unknown network controller right here. If I go to properties... Oh, wait, no. I need to install drivers for this. Why can't I right-click this and select... Ah, it's so difficult, but so far it says I have no internet connections. That's a problem. Second of all, what was it? I have this adapter right here, which is the normal adapter, I think. That's the one that I plugged into the port all messed up, so that one's working perfectly fine. Or at least is being detected, and why is this taking so long to scan for plug-and-play compliant hardware? And why don't I have an internet connection? Two wonderful questions. Okay, I've restarted the computer because it got kind of derpy, and now I have the option to update driver software. So let's do that, and will it find a thing in Flux? No, Flux, go away. I need to uninstall Flux because I've been getting more annoyed by using it than actually getting something out of it. But let's see, right now I'm hooked into ooh, what the heck? That has wireless A, not AC. Right now I am hooked up over Ethernet, but I should now have 3 internet devices. So I have Wi-Fi 2 and Wi-Fi 3. That's actually pretty funny. If I disconnect from Ethernet over here, pop that out, and bye-bye Ethernet cable. Now I should be able to just choose, let's see, let me choose RIT-WPA2, and it's gonna make me sign in. This is so difficult. Typing in passwords, so much fun, especially when they're gigantic passwords. So that can't connect to this. Okay, I'm connected now both on Wi-Fi 3 and on Wi-Fi 2, I think. I don't know if they're both... Yep, they are both simultaneously connected. Now, you might be thinking, oh, that's cool. Can you use both of them at the same time? Probably not. Windows is really bad at doing load balancing over internet, but what I can try to do, what I'm actually going to try to do, is I'm going to connect both of them up to this router in my room instead of the one that's out there. And then I'm going to see if that improves the transfer speed of files. So let's see if that works. I'm currently hooked into the network, into this network with a single one of the wireless cards, and I'm going to grab this random video file, 7 gigabytes, transfer it to my desktop. And it's going at about 7 to 8 megabytes per second. Super slow. That's actually really slow. Okay, stop that. And now I need to do this with Wi-Fi 3 as well, and connect to the thing. And now I'm connected to it on both networks, both on Wi-Fi 3 and on Wi-Fi 2, although for some reason the name isn't coming through on Wi-Fi 3. That's okay. But now that we've done that, what happens when I try to transfer this over? Does it change at all? Now it's at 8 to 9 megabytes, so more or less the exact same thing. Don't think it made any difference. That's unfortunate. I just wanted to see if that would work, and I'm actually quite happy that it did. Now the only other thing that I could test is, or the only other thing that I need to make sure, is that internet still works over an OS X, because, you know, that's important. I use that for all my app development. No, just writing programs for school. I do that more or less exclusively in OS X. I shouldn't say that. I used to do it exclusively in OS X, and then I started using IntelliJ, and from there, well, I mean, I can run it on anything, but I test everything on this when it's in OS X because it's nice testing things in a Unix environment, because that's what the professors use when they grade things. So just to prevent any weird thing from happening that didn't happen in IntelliJ, I double check by compiling things over on the OS X side of things. And as you can see, we have Wi-Fi in OS X, which is fantastic. I broke nothing so far. Hopefully. I don't know. Maybe. Maybe I didn't. But, oh no, OS X is complaining about my battery, and, I mean, it should be, because my battery's been getting worse and worse. Before it used to last for, oh no, when I got it, it lasted me for about 2 to 3 hours, maybe, but it's just been getting worse and worse. Like, now it doesn't even last all the way through, like, an hour and a half long class. I need to replace the battery on this thing, but, eh. It's summertime, and that means that it's going to be moved around a whole lot less, so I'll put it off until later. But I'm happy that this worked out really well. Unfortunately, that means that now the vlog is coming to an end. I just realized that this has been a pretty long vlog today. I guess that's to make up for the super short vlog yesterday. I am currently studying because tomorrow I don't have an exam in Japanese, but I have to write an essay in class, which is going to be difficult. So I'm going over a lot of old grammar points just so I have a pretty good selection of things that I could use, just because I need to write a lot of stuff. I'm not looking forward to that. But I guess now it's time to study. Yay! But that means the vlog is coming to the end. I'm going to get the rest of the footage off of this camera, and I'm going to edit these vlogs tonight, because I actually got a comment today. I don't know if the person who wrote that comment is currently watching, but they're like, "Yo, Drew, it's been 3 days since you posted a vlog or something. It's been a few days since you last posted a vlog. You okay?" And I'm like, oh, he's concerned. Yes, I'm fine. I've just been horrifically busy, but now I think I at least have time to edit these vlogs. But I need to stop this vlog because it is really hot in this room. Air conditioning was turned on today, but I don't know why it's not on right now. Actually, the best way I could test this would be by just putting my hand over here and feeling the air. It feels a little cool, but it doesn't feel air conditioning cool. I don't know, maybe it is. But it's not just my room, it's the entire house, which is warm right now. So normally my room is just extraordinarily hot, and it is right now. But AC should be fixing that, and it's not. But that's maybe a complaint for tomorrow. So I do hope that you guys enjoyed today's video. I am happy that everything worked out over here. And yeah, time to study and edit vlogs. Yay! See you guys tomorrow.